10 actions in 100 days. First off, OCAI retreat. Dr. Washington, with board members, will pick key alumni, administrators, trustees, department heads, etc. to be a part of this retreat. On this retreat, you'll discuss the current organization, define it, also define the preferred organizational culture going forward, things that you want to start, things you want to do more of, and things you want to stop doing. Not just want to, but also need to line up with your preferred future culture. And on this part of this retreat, not only will you come out of it with the new vision and new values, but you also be building trust with one another, as that is one of the key things that is happening is you created at IU an organization of mistrust, and so we need to start building trust, and that will happen on the retreat. So coming back from the retreat, communicate and symbolize vision and values through learn, apply, teach, inspect. So it's a real simple idea, real simple model. So Dr. Washington and the board members, right? They learn the new vision, they learn the new values, and they begin to apply it in their own lives, in their own way they work, in their own habits and behavior. And then they teach it to those right under them. And then once they teach it to the ones right under them, the ones under them start to learn and to apply the new vision and the new values. Then Dr. Washington and the board members then inspect or account, keep them accountable. Are they doing? How are they living this vision and the values out? And then that just keeps going down and down and down in the organization from the top all the way to the bottom. Does this process of learn, apply, teach, and inspect. Next, a part of this retreat is you will decide as a university, hey, are we going to stay at traditional United Methodist Church? Do we want to be private? If so, then that means we need to meet with the United Methodist Church University Synod. I talk about what that means, the requirements for us as a university. And also that means you are private. You do not have to accept federal funds. And if you do not accept federal funds, then that means you do not have to adhere to Title IX, which therefore you can have a football program regardless of how many female sports you have as a university. But if you decide to go the other route, to accept federal funding, and to not necessarily be a United Methodist Church, then at least for the now, the present, it means no football program. Not necessarily going forward, but at least for right now. So that's something you have to decide to move forward on. Next, plan celebration moments for the year. Include resident directors and celebration discussions. Celebrating is celebrating small wins, and it's also a small win for your organizational culture and building trust and showing that you care for one another. And an easy way to do that is not just celebrating when they do something with values, they do something in the vision, but also just celebrating their birthdays. So once a month, each department just, the people have birthdays in that month, the department just celebrates them. Resident directors, you know who on your floor has a birthday that month. You celebrate those people, just celebrate that birthday. It could be an easy thing of just giving a cupcake, making an announcement, everyone signing a card, easy thing, or just buying those people lunch or giving them a gift card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy win. All right, next, waive test scores and enrollment fees. This can be a barrier for some students, especially low-income ones, to enroll, to apply to IU. So this is an easy way just to waive. And those fees that you get in the money, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a huge sum of money that you're losing out on. And even if you want to make that up, you can tack it on to tuition fees and etc. later on. But just waive those upfront costs. Waive them. Small one. All right, next, create a text-based chatbot geared to help students with enrollment questions. Here's the great news. That chatbot has already been created and used by other universities. And what those universities have found is that new students that come in that have that chatbot, that are using them, only 2% of those new students actually go and meet someone face-to-face for face-to-face questions. That can revolutionize part of your admissions and administration process, which can help cut costs in the future of how you do things. But it's also found to be a great way to onboard and keep students progressing through the tasks that they need to do when it comes to enrollment, financial, and student life. Next, hold department workshops on 5 dysfunctions of a team. Book by Patrick Lencioni. Dom talked about this before. So each department head gets with the department, read through this book, and do workshops on this of diagnosing the team, the dysfunctions within the team, and confronting those and move forward to continue to build trust within each department. of the university. Next, implement a straddling online program for the business department. Here's what that means. You have the university, you have your traditional face-to-face education model. You want to have an online, but you have some competing things. Easy win, just bring the online program under the overall umbrella of IU, but not necessarily intertwine it with the face-to-face. So keep the interface of it separate. And you already have the model created, Dr. Washington, and you also have the business faculty already bought in. So just start in the business program. You don't have to do every department. Just start one department and build and build and build. So start with the business. You already have it. Get it going. Next, create and implement a new marketing strategy. You have a new online program. You have a new vision and new values. So that means you got to redo some stuff with your social media, with your web page, and then also on campus, and even going out and meeting people. Here's what I mean by that. Invest in rural and coastal high schools and United Methodist churches. Studies have found that in turning around family schools, a great thing that they do is investing in rural and coastal high schools. That doesn't necessarily mean money. That could just be your time. You send some people from admissions and students down with some nice shirts, some good swag. Go down to some rural and coastal high schools and start meeting with those students and meeting with their parents or meeting with some of the faculty, the teachers there. And start just getting your word out, the name out there, putting it out there. And then even if you don't necessarily decide as a university to stay within the UMC University Senate, you do have your base in United Methodist Church, in the United Methodist culture. And so why don't you continue to use that, leverage that for enrollment by going to those churches on a Sunday, setting up a little booth, a little table, meeting with students, meeting with parents, making those relationships, building those relationships, especially if Dr. Washington is a person of the community. I mean, it's a great way. He has a great face. I mean, get him out there. All right, so that is the 10 actions in 100 days.